This is a true story of a Muslim boy. No matter what religion you belong to, you can learn a lot from this story today. Once upon a time there was a king. And the king had a magician. When the magician reached old age, he said to the king, "I am old, so send me a boy, whom I will teach magic." So the king sent him a boy whom he taught magic. A priest lived on the path of the boy. The boy sat near him and listened to him. The boy liked his words. Whenever the boy went to the magician, he would sit for a while with the priest on the way. By sitting with the priest for a while, he would be late in reaching the magician, and the magician would beat the boy because of this delay. As a result, he complained to the priest. Then the priest said, "When you are afraid that the sorcerer will beat you, then you will say that my family has restrained me from doing something. And when the people of the house fear that they will kill you, you will say that the sorcerer has restrained me from doing something." So that's how the boy continued to pass the day. While walking like this, one day the boy encountered a fierce animal on his way. The beast blocked the way of the people. Seeing this situation, the boy said to himself that today I will know whether the magician is the best or the priest. Then he took a stone and said, "O Allah! If a cleric is more desirable to you than a sorcerer, finish off the beast with this stone. So that the roads are safe and people can move." After making this dua, he threw a stone at the animal and killed it. Then people started moving. Then the boy came to the priest and told him the whole incident. The priest said, "O son, you are better than me today. Your dignity has reached as far as I can see. Looking at your faith, I feel that you will soon be tested. So when you face the test, by God's will the boy could cure congenital blindness and leprosy and began to cure all other ailments. In this situation, one of the king's counselors became blind. When he heard the boy, he went to him with many gifts and told him, "If you can treat me well, all these gifts are yours." The boy said, "I can't heal anyone, it is Allah who heals. If you believe in Allah, then I will make dua to Allah, Allah will heal you." So he believed, as a result of which Allah gave him healing. After his eyes got better, the man went and sat near the king according to his previous habit. The king asked him, "Who returned your sight?" He said, "My lord." Hearing this, the king said, "Do you have any other lord besides me?" The man said, "Allah is my lord and your lord." Hearing this, the king caught him and continued to punish him continuously until he told about the boy. Then the boy was brought to the king's court. The king said to him, "O son, your merit or magic has reached such a level that you heal the born blind and the leper and so on." The boy said, "I can't heal anyone, only Almighty God can heal." As a result, the king caught him and continued to punish him until he revealed the priest. Then that priest was also brought to the royal court. It was said to the priest, "Return from your own religion." But he refused. As a result, a saw was placed on his scalp. The saw cut him in two, even as his body fell to the ground in two. Then that person from the king's council was also brought and it was said to him, "Return from your religion." But that man also rejected the king's words. As a result, a saw was placed on his scalp and he was cut into two parts. Even his body fell to the ground on both sides. Then the boy was brought. Then it was said to him, "Return from your religion." But he also disagreed. So the king entrusted him to some of his special men and said, "Take this boy to such and such a mountain, climb the mountain peak. Then when you reach the top of the mountain, ask him about his apostasy. If he goes back to his own religion, fine. Or throw him down from there." So they climbed the mountain with the boy. The boy then prayed to Allah, "O Allah, be it enough for me to deal with them in any way you want." So the mountain fell and they all fell down. Then the boy walked to the king. The king asked him, "Where are your companions?" The boy said, "Allah is sufficient for me against them." The king again handed him over to some people and said that you should board a boat with him and go to the middle of the sea and ask him about his religion. If he returns from Swadharma then it is fine. Or throw him into the sea. So they took him. Then the boy stole the boat and prayed, "O Allah, be sufficient for me to deal with them as you wish." So the boat capsized and they all drowned. Then the boy walked to the king. The king asked, "What happened to your companions?" The boy said, "Allah has become sufficient for me against them." Again the boy said to the king, "You cannot kill me until you follow my instructions." The king said, "What is it?" He said, "You gather people in a field and hang me from a tree branch. Then take an arrow from my quiver and put it in the bow, then say, Bismillahi Rabbil Ghulam, meaning, in the name of this boy's Lord, then shoot me with an arrow. By doing this you will be able to kill me." So according to the boy's instructions, the king gathered the people in a field and hanged him from a gallows. Then he took an arrow from his quiver and placed it between the bow and shot the arrow saying, Bismillahi Rabbil Ghulam, meaning I shoot in the name of the Lord of this Lord. The arrow hit the boy between his ear and head. The boy died with his hand on the injured area. Then the people saw this miraculous sight and said that we believed in the Lord of this boy. The news reached the king and it was said, "What you feared has happened, all the people have believed in the Lord of that boy." Then the king ordered to dig a hole in the middle of the path. As a result, pits were dug and fires were lit. The king decreed that whoever does not turn from religion will be thrown into this fire or will be told to enter this fire. People did so. Finally a woman came. She had a child with him. When the woman with the child failed to fall into the fire, her nursing child said, "Mother, be patient, for you are firmly established on the deen. May Almighty Allah grant us all the guidance to follow the path of guidance."